Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another girls hockey game here on Packer TV. I'm Grant Knodel. Joining alongside me to call this one is Tristan Mirak. Tonight, we have the battle of 1 versus 2. West Fargo United sitting at that number 1 spot, taking on the number 2, Fargo North-South SPRUINS. West Fargo, Tristan, sitting at 23 points atop North Dakota. North-South in second place, sitting at 17 points in this one, Tristan. I'm excited to get this matchup. It'll be a good game here.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. North-South coming into an away arena is trying to prove something, especially get that top spot coming out of this matchup. West Fargo is up games on them, so there's always that game differential where you're wondering, is North-South does have something to prove coming into here, and we'll see if they can prove it.
West Fargo United sitting at 6-1-1 with that overtime tie coming in a mid-season tournament. Fargo North-South is sitting at 5-0 on this one. As we look at this this lineup here, the Fargo North-South goalie, Olivia Roeder, she's a sophomore. She's doing pretty well.
Yep. Quick, got that agility, and always cutting off those angles, getting in the right spots at the right time, and that's what you need when you're playing at this level as a high school goalie.
In the last 3 games, she's only allowed 2 goals, so she's sitting at a 96.9% save percentage. But we look at the goalie in the other net, down at the other end of the ice, Maggie Seeley, the senior for West Fargo United. She's number one goaltender in the state, sitting at that 98% save percentage on the year. She's committed to play hockey at the next level at Concordia College as well. She's in the last 7 games, she's allowed 7 goals, sitting at that 96.2% save percentage. So, going to be a good defensive matchup here.
Yep.
As we get the lineups underway here for the girls game, some notable facts about this one. Series tied between the two at 1-1, only 2 matchups here in the last 2 years. And this North-South team has been pretty good in the last couple of years, don't you think?
Yep. Obviously, they're the back-to-back state champs, going against Davies in both of those turns. In fact, the last 3 years, the final matchup has been in the state championship. It has been North-South and Davies. So North-South, coming into this one should be coming off those back-to-back state champions thinking, hey, that's our number 1 spot, and, we're not going to let you take that from us.
Highly contested game here as we look. This West Fargo United team doesn't necessarily have a ton of seniors, sitting at about 5 here. Neither does this Fargo South SPRUINS team, so not a ton of seniors. But for this West Fargo United squad, a lot of girls who played a lot of minutes last year.
Yep.
So as we take a break here for the national anthem, we'll stick around, have that underway, and then the game will start. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tristan, you've played hockey before. You know the game pretty well. When you look at this, what do you think? Coach Johnson is telling his ladies pregame going up against this number 2 opponent in Fargo South, Spruins.
So yeah, Coach Johnson definitely needs to get one thing across, and that's creating that offense like I talked about on Saturday, is getting those shots off, getting those rebounds, and just crashing the net really hard. On the other hand, the Spruins obviously, like I said, are trying to come into an away barn, and just trying to do the same thing in return, is get that offense, play good defense as well. You got those strong forwards out there. You got like Reese Rudolph and those type of girls who can play that strong defense for you, and just everyone needs to play their part and play this hockey game.
You talked about possessing the puck, getting that offense going. We got 4 girls, in the top 10 in points here. Is Courtney Doctor, number 2, leads the state in points. She's sitting at 13. So if I was Coach Johnson here for the West Fargo United, I would possess the puck, like you said, but try to get those like you said, get those rebound shots, but get a lot of traffic in between, get some screens on the goaltender, and look for some traffic down low, get a couple deflections early on.
Doctor winning this back to Aldinger as they try to come up ice, but the Spruins take it away right away, and they will come back now as there's a little bit of a scram at the blue line, but the Spruins will eventually recover on the defensive side. Scarful down there, or Aldinger down there, fighting for the puck, and that won't be an icing as United will recover, and that is Odland right there passing up, and Odland will try and recover, but eventually won't. Once again dumped back in by the United, and the Spruins will regroup here, coming back the other direction now on the far left wing. And United will take it away in the offensive zone. That is number 6, Died right there, heading back into the zone. So there's a little bit of scram in the corner, and Fargo South North will eventually recover and dump it back towards the United defense, in which it is stopped in the neutral zone right there, right about center ice. United's number 16, Rachel Spanier, will recover this and send it up to number 14, Sienna Neberdo. And South will eventually come back into the United defensive zone.
South doing a good job of that defensive effort in their own defensive zone. Not letting the West Fargo United possess the puck here, as that's cleared all the way down.
That was Vetter down there trying to get the puck up to Neberdo and just couldn't intercept that pass very well, as Odland kind of keeps it awry for the United coming back into the offensive zone. And South number 12, Purdy, will recover now, as United is once again stopped in the neutral zone, as Aldinger will try and clear that one out, deflected off her own teammate. And there's just big scrams going on right now, as Odland will try and go chase this one, but kind of puck goes loose in her eye. That's number 3, Sydney Dye, right there, passing up to Doctor as she enters the zone on the right wing. And she'll take a shot, and stopped there by number 30, Alyssa Jacobson, actually, is starting in net for the North-South Spruins tonight.
So early on, we see the West Fargo United trying to get a lot of puck movement here, but not able to possess it really in their own offensive zone.
Yep.
First stoppage in play of the night.
So Dyed wins the draw back, and a quick shot on goal, but it's deflected away by Jacobson. And South will recover and come back up the ice on the right wing now. She kind of gets a hefty move there. You kind of got to question if that's a trip or not right there. But anyways, United comes back out as it tries to go up to Stalker, but will eventually fail. As they dump it in, Jacobson will recover behind the net and leave it for one of her teammates right there, as South comes back up to the offensive zone, and that is deflected up into the netting.
So we see South able to take possession of the puck there. One thing I'm noticing is we had a good opportunity to set up an offensive kind of run in our own offensive zone, but not really able to set anything up big. Just a shot on, and then South Fargo North-South able to take possession of that one. So
Olafson and Ness kind of tied up right there, but anyways, Olafson eventually wins the draw as South intercepts this and takes a shot to the wide right of Seeley right there, and it'll be dumped down by number 14. That is Neberdo for United as South recovers now. Aldinger stops it in her defensive zone. North-South will stop it once again in the neutral zone. Odlin now passed up, dumped in again, and Jacobson will recover back behind her net.
United looking to set something up here in their own offensive zone. Puck taken there by the Spruins.
Anderson tries to clear, but won't be good as United takes us now. And Aldinger with a shot, and she scores!
Aldinger, we see there taking that shot from the point, looking. See, that's what I talked about earlier. Get that traffic in front of the net. In the net, excuse me. There's a screen there put on. I don't know who that was by, but good traffic in front of the net. Kind of hiding the puck from the goalie, and United able to capitalize off that.
And just those tips, those tips coming in front, help a lot, and you almost want to say that was tipped right there. And as this will be Doctor taking the draw for United coming off their 1-0 lead early here in the first.
Bodies slamming hard.
Passed out to the left as United players going to the bench kind of awkwardly as
number 2, Courtney Doctor.
South recovers. Will be coming back up ice. Stopped by number 8, I believe that was Peyton Stalker for United. As Vetter will now look to set something up and gets it up to number 9. That is Reagan Mathias. She takes a shot and it's stopped by Jacobson as North-South comes back up the ice. And Spanier tries to get it out of her defensive zone and kind of scram along the blue line right there as Spanier comes back up with it. And Peyton Stalker now going up the left wing and will dump it in again for a line change as South will once again have to recover behind their own net. Pass across to the right wing. A little rush for it there.
West Fargo United able. They've been in control of the puck here lately, but it's been in mostly the neutral zone area. I feel like dumping it in to their own offensive zone, but then just kind of losing the puck after a shot or an attempt at a shot, and not really securing the puck deep in their zone. So
Spanier going into the corner, kind of hard there. A little head contact right there. Always love that. Rudd up to Doctor. Good to see Doctor back out on the ice. Neberdo now. Neberdo tries to dump it in, kind of goes a little awkwardly right there as North-South will come back into the zone. Maybe not. And United gets a dump once again, back up to Doctor. Doctor all alone, shoots, and it's wide and right.
Good move there by Doctor with that. As that shot's wide, but good move coming across that defender, and got a good opportunity, good shot, just missed right.
North-South will. There's a little scram for it in the corner right there. I can't really tell who that is from our angle, but scram down low now. Shot out front, and it's stopped by Jacobson. Have a feeling she got a little bit of a slow cover on that, but
good job by Dye. I saw her peek out in that slot area. Got a good shot. That's what I was talking about. Getting that traffic in front of the net, trying to create confusion out in front for that goalie. And good passing by the United.
So United wins this back. Quick shot, and it goes awry as South will recover this. And there's a little scram in the corner. I believe that's number 8, Peyton Stalker for United, as she will try to convert something here. A little scram behind the net back there. As it comes back out to Spanier, and she takes a shot, and that goes wide. North-South recovering here now.
Helmet taken off.
And that's a little bit of a helmet contact right there, Grant. And
looked as if she just kind of grabbed took her helmet off there, down on the ice, trying to see who that is. But yeah, that Fargo, that North-South defender just kind of got her arm wrapped around her head and took her to the ground there.
That will be Jada Purdy going to the box for the penalty on Dyed. right there, I believe. Doctor will take the draw here in the offensive zone.
United with a man advantage here.
Little tie up. Gets back out to Vetter. Vetter shoots. Stopped by Jacobson. So it kind of goes back out, but Vetter stops it right there at the point. Vetter coming around the net now. Deep battles down low. Spanier now with the puck on the right side. Shoots, and that goes wide. Doctor at the top of the key. Dumps it in. That is iced down by north-south.
Good clear there by the Spruins, excuse me.
As Doctor recovers it now and tries to convert something coming back up ice. That's number 20, Olivia Kalbis, with her coming up. As Doctor comes around the net.
Got good traffic in front of the net here. Ooh, good opportunity there for the United.
That was out to Benson, just went wide. So United controls the puck in the offensive zone right now. Scrambling forward in the corner is number 9, I believe. That's Reagan Mathias. As it comes back out, and United's number 18, Madison Odland, just couldn't recover that very well. Up to Stocker. Stocker coming in on the left side now. Back out to Aldinger, and Aldinger dumps it in. North-south recovers. Pass up. Let's pass up to Nelson. As number 5, Trissa Olofsson, will intercept that and come back into the zone, offensive zone, excuse me.
I'd like to maybe see this United team possess the puck, especially with that man advantage as the penalty winds down. Good job by the Spruins on the penalty kill unit, but I kind of wish I saw a little more possession in the offensive zone, moving the puck more up at the point, trying to look for a better opportunity. Instead, this United team was kind of working it more down behind the net, as there's a stoppage in play here.
That was Sealy to Vetter in the neutral zone and just gets caught offside as she was trying to dump it back in there.
Spruins back at full force here.
That'll be a center ice draw because she kind of shot it in there from the opposite side of the red line, as Doctor will take this draw. And she'll eventually lose it to the South Spruins. So north-south comes back in. Got a man up front, no good. So United tries to clear, and that's stopped by number 18, Kenley Fisher, excuse me, as Doctor battles for it and eventually will kind of get in a scrum. Dumping it back out to Kalbis. Kalbis will fight for it with Odland. Odland eventually coming out on top in that race. Odland up to Stocker. Stocker on the left wing. Stocker takes a pass back, and it's just deflected.
Good puck movement there by the United, getting that good pass across the crease. Just wasn't able to connect and find her lady.
So there's a little scram down there in the corner that's died down there. That's Ness coming in against Odland. Odland kind of deflects it out for Aldinger. Aldinger going for it, loses the puck race. Died and tries to go up, and it just got deflected right there. Trying to figure out how that was icing right there, considering the north-south player tipped it right there, not United. So
referee must miss that one, and
maybe bad call there by the refs. But
well, I don't know if we can be calling out the refs here this early in this one, but
then again,
missed the tip there, and
then again, we all make mistakes as refs. So this is Olofsson now taking the draw for United.
Yeah, next time you make a mistake on the call, I might have to call you out there.
So as Spruins number 15, Nelson, battling for it in the corner. It comes back out to the right side corner. That'll try and be passed up, but gets intercepted, and that's kind of a little bit of a takedown there in the neutral zone as north-south recovers. That's number 8 from north-south, Anna Nelson, coming back into the zone for them. Tries to get the pass out front to Maren Nelson, but no good, and that'll be a penalty on United's number 11, I believe, Riley Rudd. And or excuse me, number 15, Grace Vetter, is going for the slashing call.
So United, man down here. That was a good offensive sequence there by the SPRUINS, able to set it up well. Luckily, they drew a penalty, but they got a good shot on goal on this tough goaltender in Seeley.
Nelson against Doctor. Doctor winning it, goes back out to number 13. Number 13, Reagan Bentz, and that gets dumped down and recovered by North-South as they come back up into the, hopefully into the offensive zone, into the neutral zone for right now, but they're coming back up, and we'll take a shot on net. Just gets deflected in front. That was Doctor deflecting that. As Spanier will dump and chase now here, and almost wins the chase right there, but eventually we'll go back to North-South, as that is Turstripe coming in.
South doing a good job here on the power play, setting something up in their own offensive end,
Nelson out to the point, a shot, and that gets deflected in front, and it's a little bit of a scram in front there still, as Peyton Stalker tries to go at it with Fisher right there. And Fisher and Spanier will get into the zone there, get down in there with a little bit of scram. As Stalker comes and tries for it now, gets out to Odlin. Odlin dumps it up, and a little bit of bad bounce there.
A little confusion there. She dumps that down, but good job by Seeley with that puck right in front of the net. It was right in front of our eyes. I saw the puck there. Seeley just stood there calm and collected. Didn't try to go for it too much and was able to make the save. It's
called just off sides right there.
So two things I've noticed here early on in this this first period for the United. Courtney Doctor's the gear that drives this team. She's been energetic. She's been hustling up and down the ice. She's been making plays. And then this Fargo South North, that's a tongue twister there. This North South defense is really active, not letting the United possess the puck in their own offensive end for too long.
That was died against Ness. Ness winning it back, and Odlin dumps down once again as they will try and kill this penalty off here. North-South recovering in the defensive zone. That was number 12, Jada Purdy, down there scramming for it. South will come back up the ice and gets deflected a little bit there by a United player. She tries to kick it back in, but it's no good.
United at full strength here.
So that'll get called offsides once again.
So Tristan, you know in hockey more than me. I kind of explained like what I've seen. Probably not the most in depth. What have you seen early on in this game that you kind of are pointing out as maybe a difference maker or something you want to see later in this game?
So going back to what you said, the last play, Courtney Doctor is their strong girl, but in hockey you can never rely on that one person.
Mm-hmm.
It always has to be multiple people. It's always a team effort, because if they just stop, if North-South comes in here knowing that Courtney Doctor is the leading point in the state of North Dakota right now, and they just need to stop her, the game's over from there.
Seeley freezing the puck up there. And, yeah, like you said, last year, Courtney Doctor had a phenomenal year, but that was because of her line mates, right? In hockey, it's always about who's on you normally look at who has the most points on the team, and then their 2 and 3 on that same line will be 2 and 3 in the points as well, as we see a scrum down in front.
That was Olsen against Nelson. Nelson taking a quick shot, and Celia covers it up right there. Kind of got a little stuck in her padding right there. She couldn't really find the puck very well at first.
But yeah, I'd like to see Sydney Dye, Reese Rudolph maybe help out on that first line a little more. Trying to possess the puck, get some better opportunities instead of just that fast break hockey.
Odlin now chasing after it with number 15. That is Marin Nelson for North-South, as United will recover, and Doctor taking it back up the ice now for United. Gets stopped there by Spruin. Nelson comes back into the zone. Nelson with the deke and gets broken up there. Good defense by Odlin right there. As North-South, will still keep it in the offensive zone. Trying to get a pass out front, no good. Shot from the point and stopped by Seeley, which is a good leg stop right there.
Spruins on a 9-0 shot run here ever since that first penalty committed by the United.
Woodard now tried to keep it in the zone, but no good as broken up by Doctor. Spruins now regrouping in their own defensive zone. Pass up. Pass off the boards right there. Trying to get to number 10, McComb right there. No good. As there will be a little scrum, but Stalker comes out on top, and that'll be a hook there by North-South. I believe that's number 10, Kate McComb, will go to the box. 2 minutes for that hook, as United will once again go to the power play.
And like I said, one thing I want this United team to maybe do better is possess the puck more on a power play, get a better opportunity here. As we saw last time, they possessed the puck down below the net, but nothing up top, and didn't get a great opportunity.
North-South will win the draw here, and you're just hoping for a dump in, which they do. And that's actually going to be right on net almost, and that's what you're hoping for in these PKs is you want to make the goalie still think a little bit, if you can. As Stalker recovers this in the neutral zone, and she'll dump it down. Number 9 down there, Matthias, recovering and battling for it. Stalker comes in, tries to help her.
South
no can do. South comes back out to the neutral zone and will dump it once again.
South doing a good job forcing the United to have to possess that puck down below the net, and they're able to take that and dump it down and doing a good job.
Odland will come back up, taking it herself all the way maybe. No good as it gets broken up. Good South defense right there, as it will once again be dumped, as they are just hoping to get this penalty kill off.
Again, for United, try to set something up in your own offensive zone. Had a good opportunity there. Odland maybe forced it a little bit too much. Just like in basketball, you can't always have fast breaks. Sometimes that's not the best mode of scoring there. So
Odland tried to go up to die there as it was deflected out.
So for this United team, slow it down, get a possession in your own offensive zone, and look like the first goal. Get traffic in front of the net. Is their first goal was taken, shot from the point, traffic in front of the net, and goalie couldn't even get in front of it. So this United team, set something up, calm down. You got a minute left. Let's go and score another one.
Doctor and Ness winning it back. They shoot and score as the North-South Spruins will tie it up here late in the first with 1:11 to go.
Shorthanded goal there by Woodroad. Just shot right off the draw. Seeley, I don't know if she couldn't see it or what happened, but
there was a little bit of traffic in front there, so
that'll tie this one up at 1 apiece here late in this first period. Shorthanded goal there by the Spruins.
So be Dyed taking the draw and kind of winning it right there, but not really, as Dyed will chase into the zone, get a little roughhouse in there with the North-South Bruin player, as they will dump it out once again, trying to get off this penalty kill. So it's tied up in the corner right there with Odland and Nelson.
Good job by Odland to tie that up.
Tried to go up to Stalker, no good.
Yeah.
So it gets passed out front. Quick shot and a great save by Seeley right there, as number 19, Olivia Aldinger, will recover this and pass up to Doctor, as Doctor goes up the left side trying to convert something here in the last 30 seconds of the first period. North-South Spruins are on full strength.
United unable to keep it in their own zone there.
So it gets dumped in there. Bad line change by United. Well, not a bad line change.
Under 10 seconds to go here in this first period.
Spanier trying to convert something there. No can do. Shot from the point by North-South, and it's deflected away by Seeley.
And that'll be all for in this first period. Knotted up at 1 apiece. Tristan, we saw a lot of good. We saw maybe not so good from this United team. We saw them able to possess the puck pretty decently early on in this first period. Towards the second period, they weren't able, or towards the end of the first period, they weren't necessarily able to get as many shots on goal, and really allowed this the Spruins team to take advantage of that. We saw a shorthanded goal there by the Spruins. So adding on to that, what's something you noticed here? Something that Coach Johnson will be saying in the locker room.
Like I said, we've had kind of that decent defense. You have that decent defense, but you want it to be that excellent defense that really stops those plays from coming in the neutral zone. And trust me, a coach does not get happy when you let in a shorthanded goal within the last minute of the first period. You know, me personally, I think, you know, he's going into the locker room saying, good job, you know, keep up the pressure, keep up the
Still
tempo.
1-1 game.
Yep. It's still tied game. But that's another thing a coach always says is always think of it as you're going in tied into the last minute of play, you know.
And there's no such thing as a safe one goal lead here in hockey.
You want that aggressiveness in this sport. And personally, I think both teams have done great. There's nothing really, you know, degrading, if you will. But, yeah, should be a good second period.
All right, as we'll step away here during this intermission, West Fargo United and Spruins are knotted up at 1 apiece. We'll be right back.
Here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Lake Town way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey is actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
Hi, I'm Joni and I work at Marvin. So when I first started, my training was very extensive. I was able to advance fairly quickly within Marvin, and it's just a matter of telling people that you're interested and really applying yourself. Belonging to Marvin feels like you're part of something, though it's more than just a job. For me, it's a career, and it's been a really exciting journey for me.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Today I had the chance to talk to Mr. Levi Bachmeyer and Mrs. Hoyme about the use of AI in classrooms and the upcoming district AI work group. The first question I asked for Mr. Bachmeyer was, how did the district come up, or why did they make this AI work group?
You know, the district has its strategic plan, you know, based around 3 goals, around wellness, academic achievement, and then choice-ready outcomes. And kind of embedded in all of those things is a recognition that we can always get better. So we talk about continuous improvement. Right. And just for me personally, I have enjoyed kind of following AI, the development of AI. I use ChatGPT, you know, for personal and sometimes some professional tasks. Right. So I think it's a huge opportunity for, you know, a district of our size, almost 13,000 students, to kind of have this conversation as a group, as a team, and say, what do we think that what can it do for us, and how do we make sure that we use it responsibly or don't, you know, create other issues that may arise as a result.
Right. The second question I asked Mr. Bachmeyer was, what is being told to the teachers in this work group to train them for ethical use of AI?
Yeah, great question. So I'm a high school teacher by trade. I'm not in the classroom anymore. So we're kind of looking at AI through 2 different lenses. One is the kind of curricular student-facing side. What does this mean for how AI should be responsibly used as a student in an English classroom? That is kind of outside of the scope of what we're talking about. I don't work in the curricular division, and so we're really kind of leaving those big questions to our curricular teams. I'm viewing this more kind of from an operational standpoint. Right. And so I think one of the first things that we're going to do in this work group is to explore and do some reading on the various, you know, pros and cons, or some of the opportunities and challenges, you know, with AI. And a huge part of that is the ethical consideration about whether it's citations, privacy, fact-checking. I mean, there's a lot of things we're going to have to talk about. And so I think just being transparent with teachers up front that I don't have all the answers. We don't expect anyone who, you know, volunteered to be on this work group to have all of the answers. Right. But that we just need that if you're going to participate in this conversation, I think my expectation would be that you see or feel like there could be a potential use. But we recognize on the front end that it's not a silver bullet, and we need to be really careful, when we're having these conversations.
Finally, I asked Mrs. Hoyme, what preparation should teachers make to welcome or combat the use of AI in their classrooms?
I think being very clear on your expectations of the use of AI in the classroom to start when you have an assignment is important. And I also think, like you said, being a little bit welcoming. There are great moments to use it, and there are some moments that you just shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't rely heavily on it. So I think being very clear and knowing your own feelings on it as a teacher before you have an assignment is important.
By the way, the teachers don't know this. All these questions were made by ChatGPT, so it's sort of nice.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. Let's check it out. Warroad is a small town way of life, right on Lake of the Woods. Some of the best fishing in the world.
I think what makes us so unique here is within 15 minutes of me leaving work, I can be out on the lake, I can be on the golf course, I can be on the bike path, I can be out in the Beltrami Island State Forest.
Just a fantastic way to grow up and to live life.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
I am Joni and I work at Marvin. So when I first started, my training was very extensive. I was able to advance fairly quickly within Marvin, and it's just a matter of telling people that you're interested and really applying yourself. Belonging to Marvin feels like you're part of something, though it's more than just a job. For me, it's a career, and it's been a really exciting journey for me.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Today I had the chance to talk to Mr. Levi Bachmeyer and Mrs. Hoyme about the use of AI in classrooms and the upcoming district AI work group. The first question I asked for Mr. Bachmeyer was, how did the district come up, or why did they make this AI work group?
The district has its strategic plan, based around 3 goals, around wellness, academic achievement, and then choice-ready outcomes. And kind of embedded in all of those things is a recognition that we can always get better. So we talk about continuous improvement. Right. And just for me personally, I have enjoyed kind of following AI, the development of AI. I use ChatGPT, for personal and sometimes some professional tasks. Right. So I think it's a huge opportunity for a district of our size, almost 13,000 students, to kind of have this conversation as a group, as a team, mm-hmm. and say, what do we think that what can it do for us, and how do we make sure that we use it responsibly or don't create other issues that may arise as a result.
Right. The second question I asked Mr. Bachmeyer was, what is being told to the teachers in this work group to train them for ethical use of AI?
Yeah, great question. So I'm a high school teacher by trade. I'm not in the classroom anymore. So we're kind of looking at AI through two different lenses. One is the kind of curricular student-facing side. What does this mean for how AI should be responsibly used as a student in an English classroom? That is kind of outside of the scope of what we're talking about. I don't work in the curricular division, and so we're really kind of leaving those big questions to our curricular teams. I'm viewing this more kind of from an operational standpoint.
Right.
And so I think one of the first things that we're going to do in this work group is to explore and do some reading on the various, pros and cons, or some of the opportunities and challenges, with AI. And a huge part of that is the ethical consideration about whether it's citations, privacy, fact checking. I mean, there's a lot of things we're going to have to talk about. And so I think just being transparent with teachers up front that I don't have all the answers. We don't expect anyone who volunteered to be on this work group to have all of the answers, but that we just need that if you're going to participate in this conversation, I think my expectation would be that you see or feel like there could be a potential use, but we recognize on the front end that it's not a silver bullet, and we need to be really careful, when we're having these conversations.
Finally, I asked Mrs. Hoyme, what preparation should teachers make to welcome or combat the use of AI in their classrooms?
I think being very clear on your expectations of the use of AI in the classroom to start when you have an assignment is important. And I also think, like you said, being a little bit welcoming. There are great moments to use it, and there are some moments that you just shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't rely heavily on it. So I think being very clear and knowing your own feelings on it as a teacher before you have an assignment is important.
By the way, the teachers don't know this. All these questions were made by ChatGPT, so it's sort of nice.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Hi, I'm TJ Yoshi here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. Let's check it out. Warroad is a small town way of life, right on Lake of the Woods. Some of the best fishing in the world.
I think what makes us so unique here is within 15 minutes of me leaving work, I can be out on the lake, I can be on the golf course, I can be on the bike path, I can be out in the Beltrami Island State Forest.
Just a fantastic way to grow up and to live life.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
So welcome back here to the second period. Following this intermission, Tristan, like I said, you've played hockey, you've been through this. We kind of briefly went over it, but what's something after you got to sit back, look at the shots on goal, look at the stats, look at how the puck was moving. What's something you noticed that kind of stood out to you here in that first period?
Obviously, what I noticed for especially North-South is the younger goaltending for them. Having Alyssa Jacobson being an 8th grader coming into this game, playing this strong.
It's intimidating.
Yeah, it definitely is. Going against people who are a lot taller than you, and especially, as a goalie myself, always seeing that 6'4" dude come into the other end or coming into my end to getting ready to rip one is scary sometimes, and it's, just how it is. As North-South will be going left to right on your screen, and United in the white will be going right to left for this second period, and we are underway.
Doctor wins the draw at half ice, or excuse me, not half court, half ice, mid ice, center ice, whatever you call it. Is Odland able to win that one along the boards here? Puck taken possession by the Spruins. Near side scrum. Puck down, bounced down low. Didi, or died, excuse me, doing a good job of controlling that one.
A little scram down there below the net.
So we see early on, not a great possession here by either teams here as Spruins get in fast break. Coming up the right side, dumps it in for a line change here.
That was Nelson coming into the zone there. You know, strong skater.
Spruins able to keep puck in their zone. Throws it down below the boards here. Back out in front. Shot, no good. Oh, and they're going to get a goal there as there was lots of traffic there. It must slip through the legs of Seeley there. I saw that first shot go in. Couldn't see much past that, but it looks like, who is that? That will be number 20, Olivia Kalbus, with the goal on that one. Just must. That's what I said early on. Traffic in front of the net. Try to get confusion, and goal was able to slip through there for the Spruins there. That bumps them out to a 2-1 lead here. 15:55 left to go in this second period.
A lot of poking in front there was eventually paid off.
And as a goalie here, as we see Spruins bring it up the right side. As a goalie, how difficult is that when you just have a giant scrum in front of the net, lots of people poking at the puck?
Honestly, all you can do at that point, I believe the ref would think it was loose.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to find the puck at that point and, you know, eventually get that covered. So the ref must have saw something, and all you can do is hope you cover it and get the whistle.
Puck still below the net here. Fighting down low. United able to get the possession, get it out of their own zone. Covered by the Spruins. Back inside.
That was Anderson regrouping there. So Anderson misses the puck wide. United will come back in.
Clears it in. Ooh, good hit there. Put on.
And that was
no call there.
A little bit of a trip there. So that was.
That's dead.
Died going hard into the boards, and that's her second.
Second big hit there, especially on that far side. Puck's in defensive zone for the Spruins. Swings it all the way across here. United looking to set something up in their own offensive zone, but nothing happening. Good defense there by the Spruins. Able to get it out and get in their own offensive zone, dumping in. Olofsson along the far side boards. Tied up there. We've seen a lot of that in this one. Is a lot of tie-ups along the boards. A lot of not a ton of possession here early on in this one.
That shot was deflected high, and Odlin will have to regroup down here in the low.
Pass mishandled there. All the way down there, handled by the goalie. That's Jacobson. Up ice, intercepted there by the United off the referee there. Scrum near side, right in the corner.
That's Matthias down there battling.
One over by the Spruins here, taking up ice. Good defense there, but taken back. Shot on goal. High and left, that'll go out of play for a face-off here. So like I said, not a ton of possession in this one. What's something you noticed?
Obviously something I noticed and something we talked about over intermission was those kind of scrums where it seems like no one has possession and you're trying to regain that possession so you can get it into the offensive zone, get those shots off like I talked about before the game. And, you know, just even this back up for United or maybe gain a margin for the Spruins.
Nelson will take the face off. United able to win that one. Big defensive zone win for the United, but they turn it right back over. Pass right in front of the slot, deflected. Shot from the point, no good. Another shot from the point goes right off the body there, off a offense player.
That was Hoffman shooting it from the point there. Good shot, just got deflected.
United working the puck up. Good defense intercepting that one from Nelson. Good pass in front. Shot off the pad. No good. But that's one thing that I want to see this United team is Nelson was able to bring it into the slot. Good pass right in front and good shot. good idea there is they dump it in and change lines.
Stalker dumping it in there for United as Hoffman will now recover for the Spruins and send it up.
Far side. Shot goes right off the post. No good. Sealy will have to thank the post there for that one. Shot right in front. Pass right in front. Shot. No good. Spruins doing a good job moving the puck right in front of the crease.
That was Woodward getting down in low there and taking that shot up front, waiting for that pass, and good patience there by Woodward and not causing too much commotion, make herself known or anything like that.
Jacobson handling the puck. The Spruins have it here. Doctor comes inside. Good move there. Good shot on goal, and that's handled easily by Jacobson, freezing of the puck. 11:38 here in the second period. 2-1 Spruins up. If you look at the shots on goal, that kind of tells a story of who's been in control here. 18 shots on goal for the Spruins, 8 shots on goal for United. And really, through the whole first period, they had 7, as we see a shot on goal there, handled easily by Jacobson again. But through that whole first period, they had 7 shots early on. And then once it hit that 10-minute mark, once that first penalty they committed kind of fizzled out, and they've had 2 shots since. So look for United to maybe set something up here and get consistent shots on goal. So that's cleared all the way down.
Anderson clearing that all the way down for the Spruins as she will collect an icing right there. And something that I've seen the Spruins been doing a lot lately is, dumping that puck in, and, it almost seems like they're gasping for air right here on the defensive side.
Defensive zone face-off won by the Spruins. Intercepted there by the United. Gets it inside. Offsides warning, so have to stay back. Picked up by the Spruins players.
Good hustle by Stalker there to get down back in there and try and keep it in the offensive zone.
Odlin swings it all the way around. Fisher will pick the puck up. Pass to Friddle. Scrum along the bench. That puck's in front of the net here. Back out. Handled by Rudolph. Shot in front. Puck slips away, and Sealy's able to grab that right in front of the net. Good shot, good pass right out in front of the net. Good shot. Handled easily by Sealy. Dropped it for a second, but able to regain possession and freeze that one up as we have 10:27 left to go here in this second period. Defensive zone win for United. Dumps it all the way down. Calls off the icing there.
Good hustle there by number 5. That was Trissa Olofsson for United, getting that icing called off, and unfortunately they aren't even able to keep it in the offensive zone as Vetter will recover here in the defensive end.
United moving it up.
Tipped there by the Spruins.
Moving all the way near side. Down in the corner. Body put on there. So the Spruins move it up. Good pass in front. Shot. Kick save. No
Another
good.
Stop there by Celia, and that's an amazing kind of butterfly slide over to the right there.
As Doctor brings it up near side. Tries the center pass. No good. Good defense there by the Spruins. As it's back out to the point. Taken in possession of the Spruins.
2-on-1 here. Broken
good
up
defense.
by United.
Yeah, good defense there by Spanier. She gets the puck on her stick. Tries to kick it up. That's deflected by Spruin. We'll go all the way down here. No icing. Wave that off.
Spanier getting it down there.
Puck behind the net. Kicks it all the way up. Spruin's doing a good job moving the puck around quickly and efficiently. Center ice with it. Nelson getting challenged there. Fires a shot on, no good. Good job by the SPRUINS team challenging the puck on the stick of this West Fargo United team. All the way down here. The puck's been in the defensive zone of the United most of this second period. United looking to get the puck in their own offensive zone as we see, just fall. Those are the things that have been happening all night. Just those little, tripping on the ice, doing those things that hasn't resulted in very good possession at all.
Yeah, I don't know if Matthias really tripped over her own stick there or what happened.
Near side boards, taken by Nelson. Fisher shot on goal, saved by Seeley.
Covered by Odlin. That is tipped by the SPRUINS, so there'll be no icing.
Again, good hustle by Olafson, hustling down. Scrum along the boards. Olafson gets it out along the board. Center and pass, but nobody's there. Right in front of the net. Oh, had an opportunity there for Nabardo. No good. Shot from the point, no good. Deflected. Good opportunity there. The ref almost got smoked.
Ref had to duck out of the way there. Happens to the best of us.
SPRUINS pushing pace here. Sitting back, setting something up. Shot goes long. They're going to have to reset as SPRUINS weren't able to keep that in their own zone. Bentz. Shot goes wide. Kicks out.
Doctor in front.
Spanier. Doctor with a good opportunity. Gets the stick tangled up in her own skates and falls hard to the ice as SPRUINS push pace.
I think that was actually number 11, Olivia Olson there, kind of tripping Doctor up right there in front, and I thought we were going to get called there for a second.
Bent's able to recover the puck. Pass had a little too much sauce on it. Doctor not able to get that. Kick down low, behind the net. United applying a little more defensive pressure here, playing a little less passive. So there's still a scrum along the near side boards. The delayed penalty there for the Bruins. They're going to get tripping there.
That's going to go on Nelson right there. So Anna Nelson will go to the box here, 2 minutes for.
No, they're going to get
no, that is
Hagen there.
Hagen there.
Yep.
Thought it was Nelson right there. It looked like she was heading to the box, and apparently not.
So a good opportunity here for the United to maybe put one in, tie this one up with under 6 minutes left to go. Obviously not looking for another shorthanded goal for the SPRUINS, but possessing the puck deep in their own zone. Shot from the point. Good traffic in front of the net. Deflected there by a SPRUIN defender.
Odlin will have to go back and regroup here. Hopefully get something on this power play.
Pushes pace to center ice. Intercepted there by Nelson. Right in front of the United bench. Pass mishandled there. Shoots it all the way up. Able to dump. Good dump by the SPRUINS.
Anders sending it down there for Aldinger to recover.
Far side. Recovered by Bentz. Died battling for position in front of the net there. Doctor shoots one from the point. No good. Deflected away by Nelson. United unable to keep it in their own zone, so they'll have to regroup. Again, pass maybe a little too hard there for Doctor. Unable to get possession. Behind the net. Pass out to Bentz. Up at the point. Better movement here for the United. Back out to the point. Able to keep it in. No, unable to keep it in the zone. Good pressure there by the SPRUINS. And United will have to regroup. Shot on goal. And she gets it to fall right under that glove hand. Good shot there by number 3, Sydney Dye, and that'll knot this one up at 2. Power play goal here for the West Fargo United. 4:33 left to go. They're able to tie this one up. What did you see there on that power play goal?
Just great tempo, good cut in by Dye right there. She was coming down that left side, took her time, made the goalie, make a move first almost in a sense, if you will, and just rips it right glove low, and it's, there's nothing really much you can do on that as a goalie when it's that good of a snipe.
United, I don't know about to keep possession in their own offensive zone, but that's a big goal here late in this second period. If you can maybe get another one before intermission, that'll really bring that momentum in the third period here.
And what you talked about earlier, Grant, what coaches are saying right now, for the United squad, it's saying, keep that tempo up. For the SPRUINS squad, it's just saying, all right, let's slow down. It's only tied. Just keep our pace going. And as you can see, they're running into each other in the neutral zone, and you just can't have your heads in a jumble now.
Far side boards, Stocker applying pressure. Back to Nelson. Nelson mishandled that pass, have to dump it back in as she didn't stay in the zone. SPRUINS will regroup as United takes possession.
United will send that down for an icing.
So with 3:23 here left to play in this second intermission, United and SPRUINS tied up at 2 apiece. Really good offensive possession there on that last goal by the West Fargo United, but I haven't had many opportunities like that. South North still leading in the shot column, 25-12. But a good job overall by Seeley. But yeah, just keeping that, like you said, keeping that pressure on. As we saw, they kind of up the tempo, up the pressure defensively, offensively, and because of that, I mean, we saw a goal shortly after. So, like you said, keep the pressure up, keep it in your own zone, be aggressive with it.
As Rude comes in now, a little scram for it. Anderson down there.
United able to get possession at center ice, dumps it back in their zone. Line change there. Behind the net. Kicks out on the wing. Get an interception there by Benz. Able to keep it? No, not able to keep it in the offensive zone.
We got a 2-on-1 now coming back into the zone. High shot.
Good positioning by Seeley and the defender, Regan Bentz there, taking away that passing lane. Shot on goal. Glove save there right in front by Jacobson. That'll force a face
off to the left of Jacobson, her glove hand side. And, just a simple stop there for Jacobson. The SPRUINS are trying to recollect after the United goal. Just settle down and let's play some more hockey.
Draw one by the United. Tipped away, though.
Number 2, Courtney Doctor went in the draw for United.
Shot on goal. As we see Doctor fighting for position front. Cleared all the way down. That'll go as an icing call.
Vetter was chasing for it with Terstripe down there, and Vetter eventually went in the chase.
So offensive zone face-off here for United. Dyed strolls in against Nelson. Wins it, gets tangled up by the referee, and it'll go right into back in the hands of the South SPRUINS. Pushing pace up the near side. Is United able to get that after?
South coach putting his hand up there trying to get a call for something.
They're going to get a delayed penalty there. See what the call is.
Icing there.
Excuse me, not a delayed penalty. My bad.
So, icing for United. We'll put North-South back into the offensive zone to the left of Maggie Seeley, her glove hand side, and we will see what this final minute 36 will bring us here for the second period.
Quick shot on goal, blocked there by the defender. That was Bentz. That's be worked behind the net by South captain. Bring it up the near side. It's on the stick of Nelson.
Kind of clothesline there from Number 14, Neberdo.
Back on the sticks of the Spruins. Minute left to play here in this first or second period. Big hit there put on.
A little bit of a cross check there put on by Fisher.
Refs will let him play on here.
United will send it into the offensive zone, yeah.
They get possession on the near side. Scrum for it again. No team really able to possess the puck here in this second period.
About 35 seconds left to go here in the second.
Scrum right in front of the benches there. Doctor gets it. Shot goes wide. Just left of the goaltender. Good defense there by Burris. She brings it up the far side. Good pass down low. Good defense there.
And that'll be a hooking call.
So they get a penalty there. That'll
be put
see
as
who that sends to the that'll looks like Benz will go to the bench or the box there. But good defense there by the United, really throwing the body in front and not letting that shot happen. But again, good puck movement. We've seen that all night by the Spruins, bringing it up that wing and centering pass. But a good job there by the United to not let that happen.
So a hooking call will put the United down here, one woman, and good glove stop there by Seeley.
Yep.
This time will wind down. That brings us to the end of the second. So, Grant, did you notice anyone out there, or did you see much that we could point out?
Well, you know, one thing I was kind of hoping for in that first intermission is, you know, Coach Johnson bringing the ladies, hey, we need to get better possession. We need to possess the puck more in that our own offensive zone. They showed glimpses of that when they were on that power play where they scored that goal. They did a good job possessing the puck with that man advantage. But one thing I want to see more on, like I said, is is getting that puck in the own zone, getting passes up to the point, getting it down low to the slot, trying to work it in front, work someone in front, you know, create traffic, and hopefully that'll lead to a goal. And then on defensive side of it, they did a good job, I think, in the second period. Good job, really aggressive, smart. We did see a penalty there late, and they will be going into the third period with that. But again, Fargo North South has been working that wing to center and pass right in front of the net, and they did a good job breaking that up all second period long.
Yeah, number 2, Ellie Anderson, was the one I wanted to point it out, especially for the Spruins. She seemed, you know, she's that strong defensive man, and she seems like she's been leading the defensive charge for the Spruins. But like I said earlier, you can't rely on one gal or one guy, and, you know, this could be anyone's game now.
So as we're all knotted up here in this second period, heading into third with 26 shots on goal from the Spruins and only 14 from the United. Like I said, get shots on goal, get possessions, and then vice versa, more pressure, and they did a good job that second later in the second period. So with that, we'll go into a short commercial break. Be right back with this third period.
Today I had the chance to talk to Mr. Levi Bachmeyer and Mrs. Hoyme about the use of AI in classrooms and the upcoming district AI work group. The first question I asked for Mr. Bachmeyer was, how did the district come up, or why did they make this AI work group?
You know, the district has its strategic plan, you know, based around 3 goals, around wellness, academic achievement, and then choice-ready outcomes. And kind of embedded in all of those things is a recognition that we can always get better. So we talk about continuous improvement. And just for me personally, I have enjoyed kind of following AI, the development of AI. I use ChatGPT, for personal and sometimes some professional tasks. So I think it's a huge opportunity for a district of our size, almost 13,000 students, to kind of have this conversation as a group, as a team, and say, what do we think that what can it do for us, and how do we make sure that we use it responsibly or don't create other issues that may arise as a result.
Right. The second question I asked Mr. Bachmeyer was, what is being told to the teachers in this work group to train them for ethical use of AI?
Yeah, great question. So I'm a high school teacher by trade. I'm not in the classroom anymore. So we're kind of looking at AI through two different lenses. One is the kind of curricular student-facing side. What does this mean for how AI should be responsibly used as a student in an English classroom? That is kind of outside of the scope of what we're talking about. I don't work in the curricular division, and so we're really kind of leaving those big questions to our curricular teams. I'm viewing this more kind of from an operational standpoint. And so I think one of what we're going to do in this work group is to explore and do some reading on the various pros and cons, or some of the opportunities and challenges with AI. And a huge part of that is the ethical consideration about whether it's citations, privacy, fact checking. I mean, there's a lot of things we're going to have to talk about. And so I think just being transparent with teachers up front that I don't have all the answers. We don't expect anyone who volunteered to be on this work group to have all of the answers, but that we just need that if you're going to participate in this conversation, I think my expectation would be that you see or feel like there could be a potential use, but we recognize on the front end that it's not a silver bullet, and we need to be really careful, when we're having these conversations.
Finally, I asked Mrs. Hoyme, what preparation should teachers make to welcome or combat the use of AI in their classrooms?
I think being very clear on your expectations of the use of AI in the classroom to start when you have an assignment is important. And I also think, like you said, being a little bit welcoming. There are great moments to use it, and there are some moments that you just shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't rely heavily on it. So I think being very clear and knowing your own feelings on it as a teacher before you have an assignment is important.
By the way, the teachers don't know this. All these questions were made by ChatGPT, so it's sort of nice.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Hi, I'm TJ Yoshi here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Lake Town way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey's actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because this It's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Today I had the chance to talk to Mr. Levi Bachmeyer and Mrs. Hoyme about the use of AI in classrooms and the upcoming district AI work group. The first question I asked for Mr. Bachmeyer was, how did the district come up, or why did they make this AI work group?
You know, the district has its strategic plan, based around 3 goals, around wellness, academic achievement, and then choice-ready outcomes. And kind of embedded in all of those things is a recognition that we can always get better. So we talk about continuous improvement. Right. And just for me personally, I have enjoyed kind of following AI, the development of AI. I use ChatGPT, for personal and sometimes some professional tasks. Right. So I think it's a huge opportunity for a district of our size, almost 13,000 students, to kind of have this conversation as a group, as a team, and say, what do we think that what can it do for us, and how do we make sure that we use it responsibly or don't create other issues that may arise as a result.
Right. The second question I asked Mr. Bachmeyer was, what is being told to the teachers in this work group to train them for ethical use of AI?
Yeah, great question. So I'm a high school teacher by trade. I'm not in the classroom anymore. So we're kind of looking at AI through 2 different lenses. One is the kind of curricular student-facing side. What does this mean for how AI should be responsibly used as a student in an English classroom? That is kind of outside of the scope of what we're talking about. I don't work in the curricular division, and so we're really kind of leaving those big questions to our curricular teams. I'm viewing this more kind of from an operational standpoint. Right. And so I think one of the first things that we're going to do in this work group is to explore and do some reading on the various, pros and cons, or some of the opportunities and challenges, with AI. And a huge part of that is the ethical consideration about whether it's citations, privacy, fact-checking. I mean, there's a lot of things we're going to have to talk about. And so I think just being transparent with teachers up front that I don't have all the answers. We don't expect anyone who volunteered to be on this work group to have all of the answers, right. But that we just need that if you're going to participate in this conversation, I think my expectation would be that you see or feel like there could be a potential use, right. But we recognize on the front end that it's not a silver bullet, and we need to be really careful, when we're having these conversations.
Finally, I asked Mrs. Hoyme, what preparation should teachers make to welcome or combat the use of AI in their classrooms?
I think being very clear on your expectations of the use of AI in the classroom to start when you have an assignment is important. And I also think, like you said, being a little bit welcoming. There are great moments to use it, and there are some moments that you just shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't rely heavily on it. So I think being very clear and knowing your own feelings on it as a teacher before you have an assignment is important.
By the way, the teachers don't know this. All these questions were made by ChatGPT, so it's sort of nice.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Welcome back to this third period here. Scores all knotted up at 2 apiece. United will be working with a player down. That's Regan Benz. She's got 1:49 left on the penalty. But yeah, you take it away, Tristan.
So, yeah, Regan Benz, like you said, coming down on the penalty and, just North-South coming back into this third period, hoping to produce something on this power play. Obviously having the power play coming back into the third period in a away barn, you're tied 2-2 with 17 minutes left to go. You obviously want to prove that you deserve that number one spot over United. As we take a look again back at our score, or like our standings, if you will, around the state of North Dakota, West Fargo United leads 6-1-1 with 23 points, and North-South is close behind them with 5-0-0 with 17 points. And like I talked about earlier, obviously United has a 3-game up on them, but just trying to prove something.
So from a points standing in the standings, even if West Fargo drops this, they will retain first place?
Not necessarily, but they will be close. They're going to be that one step closer that they need to be, because if they get a win here today in regulation, that will jump them up to a 20-point compared to a 23-point. So we'll just see how this third period plays out, as that is Spanier recovering for the United squad and sending it deep in for North-South to recover here back in the third period. So that gets broken up by number 3, Sydney Dye. North-South kind of struggling to retain possession. That's Nelson, I believe, kind of jumping around there as Odlin breaks that up a little bit.
So South-North looking to possess the puck in their own zone, set some up here.
Doctor up front trying to break that out. Shot on net, and it's loose in front, and it goes back into the right corner as Sydney Dye tries to keep that out and eventually gets it out of the slot, which is a good deal for United, but they are struggling on the defensive side right here.
Big battle down there in front with Odland. As that goes
another
off.
Shot on, and they score.
That goes off Odland, it looked like. Off defensive player tip right between 5-hole there. Good traffic in front that for North-South. That was number 21, Lauren Tercep. But, yeah, good job battling for position. We saw earlier in that same possession her go down hard and then got right back up, kind of forcing Odland to have to tip that one, and that went right between the legs of Seeley, and that'll bump the lead up to 3 for the Spruins. With 15:58 left to play. Lots of time. No need for United to be concerned. That was a power play goal there for the Spruins.
Obviously being down, just no rush right now. That was died against Nelson. Nelson winning it back, and Nelson now taking it up that right, or that far side board, as number 16, Rachel Spanier, will recover for United and gets right back out to Nelson. Nelson from the top of the circle passes back out to her D-man. Her D-man shoots, and that will be blocked in front, but I believe by Nelson herself. As Stalker tries to get this back out, but that will be broken up by Kalbus. As United and South in a little bit of a scrum here, that's Terstripe coming back in and gets broken up and back out to Stalker. When Stalker tries to dump it in, it is no good, as North-South will come back into the offensive zone. Shoot stopped by Seeley. Spanier now.
So early on in this third period, we've seen possession mainly in the hands of this Fargo North-South Spruins team. Like we saw maybe early in the second period and late in that first period, United's really going to have to be amping up their defensive presence and offensive presence in order to possess the puck.
That's Rude and Olofsson down there battling for it as it comes back down on net, and that will be deflected off the stick of Jacobson. And North-South trying to recover now behind their own net, gets it up, tried to pass through the slot, but it's no good, deflected, and it will send all the way down as we now have a chase with Odland, Aldinger, and McComb, I believe that was. A little bit of a scram in the corner here now. Aldinger on the outside, poking at it. Aldinger now up, gets intercepted by South. Shot on net, but deflected wide. Odland now chasing after it with the South forward.
United really looking to clear this out of their own zone.
little bit of a collision there in front.
Shot fanned down and missed there.
So that's Dye deflecting it back towards her. Aldinger will try and send it out. Dye's there, and Dye will help her with the assist to get that out now, as North-South will once again have to recover. And Odlin up to, I believe she was trying to go to Doctor there, as Doctor kind of trips over her own skates, and kind of a little bit of check there by number 5, Friddle, for North-South. But back out to Odlin. Odlin now. Tried to go up to Matthias. Matthias kind of deflected in their dump and chase game. North-South will recover. Back to United. North-South will eventually round that and send it all the way down. That might be at risk of an icing. And no, sir, says the ref, excuse me. That was Rudd coming down in there and chasing after it, as Vetter will try and recover and produce something for United. As Spanier now tries to get it into the slot, but it's intercepted by North-South's number 5, Friddle there, as this will eventually get back out to Olafson, who takes it up that near side, right side. North-South coming back into the zone, deflected, and United comes back in.
Bentz with an opportunity.
And a stop.
Good save there by Jacobson. Bentz with a really good opportunity, going backhand to that forehand, able to get a shot on net. Unable to convert there, but good opportunity there for the United. Got to capitalize on those. Is, you know, if you're not going to possess the puck and you're going to be running that dump and chase offense like they've kind of been doing, you got to make sure you capitalize on those good opportunities.
So 3-2, your down shots on goal. You just need to recover back from this, as North-South keeps winning these draws, and North-South will come back up the neutral zone. Odlin there to intercept that and kind of poke it away there. That's Bentz going back up ice on the near side. Gets broken up by South. Doctor's down there. Doctor down there to recover. She's got Odlin on the point. Odlin now tried to get it back down to Doctor, but no good.
One thing right there, I really want to see, it's still possible, but I want to see United able to set up possession here in their own offensive zone. You had a couple opportunities, but a good job defensively by the Spruins to deny them.
Aldinger now sends it down low. Down below the net. Odlin at the top of the point. Odlin shoots.
A lot of traffic.
And gets stopped in front there. Not sure where that went for a second, as this will be sent down for Aldinger and Odlin to regroup now. Odlin, yeah, up to Doctor.
Too many A's.
Doctor now gets it taken away, and North-South will send it down. I don't believe that was tipped, and it wasn't, so we will get an icing. 11:17 to go here left in this third period. You know, United's down 3-2.
Yep.
They're down shots on goal. You know, honestly, I think Coach Pat's just saying, you know, get those shots on, get those rebounds, get
scrappy little plays,
scrappy little play,
energy, hustle plays. We talk about that all the time in basketball. If you can win the rebound margin in a basketball game and get extra possessions, extra shots off that, you'll end up winning the game. If this United team can capitalize on those shots, those rebounds, they'll put a couple extra in the net. They're good position for them.
Died up to Stalker. Stalker tries for a shot, no good. As I believe that was Spanier who kept it in the zone. Nope, that wasn't Spanier. Sorry, that was. We'll just call it Spanier for now. Anyway, Stalker now back to Spanier. Spanier trying to produce something here, down 3-2. So that's deflected by Neberdo, and that'll be an icing there.
Yep. So that'll go down in the defensive zone here for United, as they are down 2-3. Shots on goal margin is 31-17. The Spruins are leading that.
So it's Olafson, Rudd, Aldinger, and Odland now are the four main. So North-South kind of slips up there. It's number 5 down there, Friddle. Friddle up to Hoffman. Hoffman back down.
And this is something that I've seen the Spruins do on their penalty their power play unit, excuse me, but also in their normal offenses, they've been able to set it up, work it below the net, back up to the point, and really keep control of the puck in their own offensive zone. They've been doing a good job of that all night, and that's translated on the scoreboard as that cross-ice pass is mishandled. Bentz has the possession.
It's Doctor and Bentz. Doctor shoots.
Good centering pass there by Bentz to Doctor.
Odlin now from the point. Traffic in front. Stopped by a skate of a Spruin. As the Spruins come back and recollect. That's Nelson. Nelson tried to go for the pass for the rush, and it was blocked as United will send this down, but it was tipped, so we won't have an icing, and Jacobson will have to stop it there outside the trapezoid. United and Spruins now trying to kind of scramble in the corner for a bit. United trying to produce something with this last 9 minutes here. So Spruins will send it down. Tried to get a stop on it, but it wasn't
unable to keep
good.
it in the zone.
And that will be an icing on the Spruins.
So that'll send it down to the offensive zone for this United. It'll be a big offensive zone face-off here for the West Fargo United ladies. If they can win this, set up a good possession in their offensive zone, they capitalize on something here, knot it up with, once you get to that 5 minute time or 5 minute mark, excuse me, yeah. Once it starts getting below that and it's not knotted up, it gets significantly harder to knot it up. We talked about that in basketball. If you're down big, once you get it to a reasonable margin around that 3 minute mark, you got to work it. You got to get good possessions in. You got to really ramp it up in the next three or 4 minutes here for United.
Spruins now desperately trying to get it out of the zone. And that's just barely out. But United, that gets called hand pass. That will be. Linesman says it was a hand pass, so we will go inside the zone to the right of Jacobson, her blocker side.
Spruins doing a little football impression there.
As Olafson will take the draw for United.
Wouldn't that be something if you could pick it up and throw it with your hands? Wouldn't that be interesting? Make the game a lot more interesting.
Had a bunch of people trying floor hockey.
Well, yes. School floor hockey brings out the best and the worst out of everybody, I think.
Yep. As the Spruins trying to recover here.
I'm sure you never done anything quite and nothing nasty in floor hockey and gym, have you?
I don't know. A bunch of people I've played have claimed to me tripping them, but otherwise not too
allegations.
Bad. Yep.
As that icing will bring the puck into the offensive zone for this United squad.
That's Doctor taking the draw for United up here. She'll face Spruins. Doctor gets sent out of the circle. Wonder what that was for.
It's put in timeout, if you will.
Bentz will take her place and tie up the draw for her, as the Spruins will come back into the neutral zone and eventually into the offensive zone. That's number 8. Anna Nelson coming in for the Spruins. That was McComb putting pressure on Odland. Eventually gets it up to Bentz. Odland and McComb kind of fighting for it. Shot on goal. Good
kick
pads.
save there by Maggie Seeley.
McComb and Aldinger now. McComb trying to produce something for the Spruins here. That gets taken away by Doctor, and Doctor will rush up ice. She's got Bentz on the left side. Take it herself.
It was a one.
And that is a massive hit right there.
That was a 1-on-5 opportunity that United was changing lines there. Is that something where you might want to sit back, more in the neutral zone in your own defensive zone, let the lines change and maybe get a better opportunity than taking it 1-on-5?
It all kind of depends on coaching right there. You especially want both defense and offense. Like, this is a good matchup right here, 1-on-1, as that gets broken up by Vetter. But yeah, it all depends on how your coach wants you to go and how comfortable you feel. As Stalker will bring this up the left side takes a shot, and that was deflected off of North-South's number 18, Kenley Fisher, and gets slowed down there for her to recover. As that gets passed up to Fisher now. Fisher will try for the pass in front, no good. Rude now. Shot on goal and covered up quickly by Seeley. Great reaction time there.
Seeley has been doing a good job here. You know, those 3 goals, you know, really only two of those goals have really been off of, you know, hard pucks to stop. We saw the one on the far side is that was just right in front of the net, kind of bouncing around. That's a hard one for the goalie to pick up, and then a deflection off your own player. So overall, I'd rate Maggie Seeley's performance pretty well here in this one, as they're trailing by 1 with under 6 minutes to go.
Odland now. Spruins eventually get out and pass in the slot. No good, covered up by Maggie Seeley. The ref got knows.
So that'll be a face-off to the right of Seeley. She froze that puck up. Good job by Seeley, staying calm, cool, and collected in that one.
Yep. As this will be number 2, Courtney Doctor against number 7, Brooklyn Woodard for North-South. You know, Doctor really needs to win this, and she eventually does. That kind of went off the skate of Woodard, but eventually got out to Rachel Spanier, as Spanier takes it down ice, and a quick shot from Spanier at the high key. But this will get back out to North-South. 2-on-2 here, coming back into the zone, and that's broken up by number 13, Regan Bentz, excuse me.
Oh, big hit there by Doctor.
Bentz now coming back into the zone. She's got Sydney Dye. Sydney Dye coming in on the right side, near side. She'll kind of dump and chase that one in for Stalker to recover, as that tries to get stopped by Odland, but no can do. As number 9, Reagan Mathias for United tries to come and recover this, and that will get stuck in the netting right in front of our broadcast booth. Kind of see the puck mark there.
So under 5 minutes to go here in this third period. United still down by a goal, looking to tie it up within the next couple minutes. Would be really big, really important. Look for that go-ahead goal after that, but United looking to up the pressure on the South Spruins.
Odland, Aldinger died. Olafson are the girls out there right now for United. Nelson was scram with 3 United players on her. Reagan Mathias is the other one out there with those 4.
Shot from point uncontested.
Reagan Mathias will take this out, and it will be recovered by Spruin. So that gets called offsides on our end. Thought that was in the other rink for a second.
I thought the same thing too. I've been thinking that all night long. We got another game going on the other.
Packers and Davies, if you want to go look at that. That's just right over across the channel if you're listening at home. So this will be Olafson taking the draw for United now. And kind of wins it back there to Odland. Odland back up to number 14. That is Sienna Neberdo. As it gets back to Aldinger. Aldinger sends it up. It clears the zone. So that will get broken up by Rude. Aldinger now. Aldinger got 2 Spruins on her.
So right now, I'd say is about in the next minute to a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes is really when you want to tie this game up and get it back manageable score to look for that go ahead.
That was Olsen fighting for it with down low now. Number 14, Neberdo.
United just looking to get it out of their own defensive zone.
That did get out, so we will be called in offsides as a Spruin tried to just get that back into the zone. I believe that was number 18, Kenley Fisher for the Spruins, trying to get back into the zone, but just barely cleared, and we'll have a face-off ensuing outside of the United defensive zone as Doctor, I feel like, wins this back for the Spruins, and it will go to Ellie Anderson as Doctor goes up ice. And that's a hook right there, and Doctor will be taken down, and a penalty arm is up.
Seeley rushing to the bench.
Got that extra attacker out, Peyton Stalker, but
Just in time.
Just in time for a whistle.
Shout out to Maggie Seeley there, hustling to the bench. I think that's faster than our boys goalie, Brock Berm. I'm going to have to give him a hard time there. She was booking it.
Can't really tell who's going to the box for the Spruins there, but United will have a 2-minute power play. That was number 2, Ellie Anderson for the Spruins, as the Spruins United takes a timeout right here. You know, Pat's trying to talk to his girls, get them calm, collected, and, you know, really take advantage of this power play. You got 58 seconds after the power play, and, you know, what can you do? This is the point where you need to capitalize on those opportunities
and
get
3-minute mark.
Get those rebounds. You need to hustle like you've never hustled before in this time period of, you know, these 2 minutes, and then that 58 seconds after, you know, might as well take it to a tie at least, if nothing else.
That was my question.
Get the win, because I'm pretty sure in girls it is a tie and we don't go to overtime. Whereas in boys, I'm pretty sure it's overtime and then a shootout. I'm not sure about high school hockey, but that's what it was for us. But anyway, Spruins will have a 2-minute power play if we want to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back here to this third period. Under 3 minutes to go in this one. The West Fargo United up on a power play. They're down 3-2 as we see a shot or face-off win at the point thrown right back in. But like you said, in these next 3 minutes, give or take, this is going to be a really big, important time for this West Fargo United squad as they're up on a power play, looking to get possession shots in front of the net. As that one's frozen up there by the goalie Jacobson. But like you said, continuing to work the puck in front of the net, get good looks, get traffic, goalie screen on there, something like that.
It's Dr. Dye, Bentz, Vetter, and Spanier out there for the United right now. They're top girls, trying to produce something here, and you're wondering if they're going to pull Seeley or not here within the final minute of the power play, or Pat's gonna
get an extra
here.
Man advantage.
Yep. As this is kind of a tussle into the corner, and will eventually be won by United's Regan Bentz. That will get back out to Spanier.
United
Spanier down low.
Just keep it in the zone, as that's good defense to knock it away there.
Tried to get it back out to Spanier. I believe that was just deflected off of North-South's number 20, Olivia Kalbis. Spanier tries to get this up, no good. And, United player can really catch up to that one.
Cross-ice pass sent back into the defensive zone for the West Fargo United girls.
Vetter will regrouping. She's got Stalker up there. Excuse me. And it will be sent down again.
So good kill here so far by this North-South Spruins squad.
Reagan Mathias, that was Reagan Mathias trying to get something going here. So Aldinger will send it back into the zone. Delayed offside call there, but no good, and that gets sent down once again.
Seeley will send the puck back up.
Tried to go to Odlin, but it was kind of a bad interception there. Odlin kind of tussling in the corner. Got to watch out. She don't get an interference call.
I was wondering the same thing there, as she held her to the boards for almost too long.
Stalker to Odlin. Odlin now up the left side, up the far side.
Smart play there by
Tried
Odlin.
to get a pass across. She shoots.
Glove save.
Good.
But smart idea by Odlin, kind of freezing it up.
So we see Seeley going to the bench here right now.
Pull Seeley, get the extra attacker. She's on.
Number 5, Trissa Olsen on as the extra attacker for the United girls.
Good job by
Odland.
Odland to keep it in the zone.
Odland keeps it in. And that will be sent down as an icing. And that's going to be called an icing. 31.3 seconds left to go here. In this period, you need that quick face-off shot, and then you gotta crash the net.
Big offensive zone face-off here.
Gotta crash the net, get that rebound, and get this game tied. Because, I'll tell you what, in the world of hockey, 1 or 2 points is a lot better than no points.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to that.
Shot on goal. They score.
Scores.
Quick face-off win there by the West Fargo United ladies, and they get a shot on and score glove side high. Oh, that's a shot from Bence, and that knots this one up at 3 apiece. Big goal late in this one.
Believe you're right. That was Bence with a quick shot.
Good face-off win there by Doctor. Kicks it right out to Bence, and she goes glove side high right over the trapper and knots this one up. Now it's knotted up 3 apiece, 28 and a half seconds left to go.
So it's 3-3.
Maybe you can do something here in this next 28 seconds, but that bumps it up to a tie, and like you said,
sent
no
down, no
points,
icing.
or two or 3 points is better than no points.
Reagan Mathias down there. As this gets kind of tossed up,
One-on-one
Spruins will come back
opportunity.
into the zone.
Good job by Odland.
That was Turstripe coming back into the zone for the Spruins. She couldn't produce anything. Stalker tried to block that shot from the Spruins. Save Seeley.
And that's
It's
game.
loose, and that's the game. That's the end of regulation.
Good job by Seeley at the last second. Knocked that one away. Knotted up at 3 apiece here at the end of regulation. We'll go to the benches. See.
So it looks like we are going to get an overtime period. Not sure how long, not sure how many men.
Very knowledgeable of you, Tristan, huh?
So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Laketown way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey is actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
Hi, I'm Joni and I work at Marvin. So when I first started, my training was very extensive. I was able to advance fairly quickly within Marvin, and it's just a matter of telling people that you're interested and really applying yourself. Belonging to Marvin feels like you're part of something, though it's more than just a job. For me, it's a career, and it's been a really exciting journey for me.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
So welcome back to overtime here at the West Fargo Sports Arena. Tied at 3 apiece as we saw Bence tie it up with under a minute to go, under 30 seconds to go even in that third period. Shot from the point, sneaks past glove side sneaks past Jacobskin, excuse me. So we will go into an overtime, looks like a sudden, is it a sudden death overtime?
Just an overtime
Just an
period.
overtime, 17?
You
Okay.
know, you could call it whatever you want, but sudden death, overtime, whatever you call it, we got it.
So 8 minutes on the clock as the referee is ready to drop the puck.
Nelson versus Doctor. Nelson wins it back to number 2, Elise Anderson. As Odland will recover this down in the defensive zone. Gets it up. United coming back into the neutral zone and hoping to get this into the offensive zone.
Good
Eventually
move there.
they do. Try to get a pass up front to Doctor. No good. So number 20, Olivia Kalbis, brings it back up for the Spruins. She's got Nelson back and right. Nelson will try to take a shot. No good. Zach gets shot on net. Good stop by Seeley. Another shot deflected in front and stopped in front as kind of a scramble down there. And there's another shot that just went on net, and that was deflected high as United will have to dump this down for an icing call.
So with 7:12 left to go, bumped off. Some time off the clock. Not at all at 3 in bonus hockey, I like to call it. West Fargo United, that's a big goal late in that third period. Hopefully bringing some more momentum. United, they've struggled starting off periods hot here with a lot of energy. They've ramped it up towards the end of periods, but we're looking for a quick goal here.
Now he's number 8, Peyton Stalker, tried to take this back up, but that will be taken away by North-South, and Jada Purdy coming back into the zone for the Spruins here. Try to get out front. Shot from the point, leg stop by Seeley.
Good centering pass.
So there'll be a scram for it in the corner now. Spruins come out on top. There will be another scram in the corner. 3 United players down there, 2 Spruins. So Spruins will come back out, and United intercepts it. United coming in, 2-on-3. And they'll just dump that down, get it a change. Those quick shifts coming into this overtime period. That's well played. So that was number 15, Marin Nelson for the Spruins, deflecting that to go out for them. The Spruins trying to produce something here, as well as United playing strong defense. Gets it up to Courtney Doctor. Doctor shot.
Oh.
Blocker stopped by Jacobson.
This late in the game, these goalies are tired. So if you can get as many shots on net and tire them out, maybe you get one to squeak by. Just any shot on goal is good. And then, like you said earlier in that third period, just trying to get shots in and create confusion in front and maybe get a chance off a rebound. That would be pretty big here for the West Fargo United ladies.
Nelson now, Anna Nelson coming back up into the offensive zone for the Spruins, hoping to produce something there for them. See, she goes to point pass, back to the left point.
Good puck movement here
Shot
by
on
the
net.
Spruins. Good save by Seeley.
Deflected in front there a little bit. United comes back down into on the far end, or on the far side, as the Spruins will regroup here. She's got Nelson above her. She'll take it herself. Shot on net. Stopped by Seeley.
Good pad save there by Seeley, kicking out in the corner.
There's a little scram for it here now in the bottom right part of your screen. Point pass. Out to Anderson. Anderson shot on net. Stopped by Seeley. United will try and recover this now. United just trying to get it out of zone at this point, as number 14, Sienna Neberdo, eventually will get it down for United, and that'll be called an icing. That was number 13, Regan Bentz, chasing after it there with the Spruin number 21, Lauren Turstripe.
So puck will go down in the defensive zone here for United. Looking for a big defensive zone victory on this face-off. Looking to kick it down, try to set up a possession.
Brooklyn Woodard taking the draw for the Spruins. Gets tossed up there with Doctor. So that was Dye fighting for it. The Spruins will take it out on top below the United net. Sydney died going after it now. She's got no one with her, but she's got a pass above her. Tended for number 13, Regan Bentz. Come back down into the United zone. Scram behind the net to United, to Spruins. So there will be another scram down there with Doctor and a Spruin player. Just all around scrappy hockey at this overtime period, and that's blocked by Doctor right there. And Doctor will come down one-on-one. She dekes, and she loses the control.
Good defense there by the Spruins player to intercept that. Good one-on-one opportunity from Doctor, but just knocked away.
That was number 12, Jada Purdy. Speaking of Purdy, she flips this out and down, and this will be an icing on the Spruins. Good chance there for Doctor, kind of felt, she
That's
had,
what you want. That's
had
what
that
you want.
momentum, you want that confidence in this overtime period, believing you're gonna win this right now.
But on the flip side, you got to convert on those, right?
Yep.
It's overtime. You get a one-on-one opportunity. You can't lose the puck off your stick. Good defense though by the Spruins, but something like that you got to convert. Is that thrown down in, deflected away by Nelson?
Died against Nelson, or died when won it back to Odland as the Spruins try and convert now. Tried to go across to Nelson and eventually will get to her. It's
Nelson
2-on-1.
2-on-1 opportunity.
Shoots.
Kick
Stop
save.
by Seeley.
Oh, good defense there after that.
United will
rebound.
dump it down again for another icing. Good chance there for the Spruins.
No, but good job by Dyed after we saw that 2-on-1 opportunity. Kind of forced that shot from Nelson on that right side. Good save by Seeley. Juicy fat rebound right in front of the net with maybe Seeley out of position there a little bit and a Spruins player, but Dyed comes and intercepts that puck right away.
Amazing.
Clears it, so good job by her.
Amazing stop by Seeley. That's where that 96.2 save percentage comes in. The Spruins now will have this in the offensive zone. Fighting down there. United and Spruin United. As this will eventually clear, and Spruins number 18, Kenley Fisher, will take it out of her own zone. She believed that was out, so that's how we'll play on. Shot on net, deflected by Seeley.
Another save there by Seeley.
That's Bentz now.
United needing to get it out of their zone.
Trying to get it out of the zone right here. Spruins will take it back in. Shot on net. Stopped in front. Another shot, and it's deflected again. Another shot, and it's in.
Deflection right in front, and an overtime win here for the Spruins, taking down the number 1 team, West Fargo United. As they celebrate and West Fargo United goes and meets their goaltender, I want to look back at this game, and I want to look at what they did well, what the Spruins did well, and ultimately leading to their win. I think one big key that just happened was, in this whole overtime really, was the Spruins showed that they could control the puck in their own zone for a consistent and extended length of time. They did that over and over again, and then they applied good pressure on the back check and defensively, forcing turnovers in short possessions offensively for the West Fargo United team.
Yep, and the Spruins, were gaining those opportunities, like I said in the before the game, getting those shots on nets, and all around they just came out the top team. And honestly, it's every shot that counts. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You especially need to get those shots on goal in a game like this where you have two very good goalies. And, eventually the Spruins just came out on top and won this one 4-3 in overtime.
Yeah, and like you said about the shots, it's hard to win a game when you're trailing the shot department by almost double the shots. Spruins had 46 in this one. United only having 24. But again, this isn't a game. This isn't a loss where you hang your head. You go back, you hang your head, and you're like, oh man, we lost our number 1 spot in the state. You're still sitting at that number 2 spot. You get points out of this one, so there's again nothing to hang your head off, and it's a good game where you were late in the game, you fought back, and you're able to tie it up with under 30 seconds. It should be a confidence, and still nothing bad to take away from this one.
And even though you lost, you might not have lost the number 1 spot because, like I said earlier, United was sitting at 23 points. North was coming in at 17, so. You really think about it, and that's almost almost a 1 point per team. And obviously, like I said, United has that three-game advance on the SPRUINS. So we'll just have to see how the rest of this season plays out.
So as this one wraps up, SPRUINS take it in overtime 4-3. Good job by them offensively controlling the puck. Good job by West Fargo United, able to tie it up late in the second half. So thanks for watching. I'm Grant Knodel.
I'm Tristan Murak.
Have a good night.